Vai
is
ser
lower,
disso pra deixar essa
is lower than it's ever going to be.
Dire team pick.
Here we go, gentlemen. We got it. Game number 1, draft of our lower bracket final. Complexity going against Digital Chaos. The winner of this will move on into the grand final, a best-of-5 matchup between them and Team Freedom. That is all going to be for the last remaining qualifier spot in this region. So we begin. Digital Chaos will be opening up with their picks Sand King and Lena after Complexity used their first pick on a Witch Doctor. Weird. They're just like, hey guys,
well,
lower bracket final.
Reserve time.
The Earthshaker is banned out, so Complexity don't take Swindles' first pick Earthshaker every single time, which I think is completely fair ban. Take out a comfort hero for him. Take out something that he's been owning on.
Does that mean they're going to get Darkseer for him instead?
That is a possibility. Like you said, he's like always been playing these heroes that have a way to get guaranteed fire.
But it would kind of make sense somewhat with the Witch Doctor. They have okay synergy, but I would think more about the fact that usually when you run Darkseer, you want a 4 position that works well with Darkseer, so you can provide this aggro dual lane.
Some sort of...
And Witch Doctor would be, I think, is one of the stronger laning phase supports to protect to carry by himself.
Venomancer.
Am I the only one, by the way, who feels like Swindle shares in a hero pool with a certain arch nemesis ROTK? I feel like they kind of like just play the same heroes. Even the has hate him. You don't think ROTK is the same way?
I don't think so. ROTK plays those like a lot of like YOLO run in at you heroes, a lot of initiators.
I see a lot of RTK Tide and Darkseer too, though. Well, you know, we'll see. Maybe on VGJ's change things up a bit, but you know, can't go a game now without some sort of Venom hitting the field.
Reserve time.
Answer for coL.
Yeah, it's very self-sufficient, safe laner. We've seen
doesn't move too much for the first 5 minutes. I'm not feeling the Veno in NA. I think I saw every single game they either lost or the games they won that Veno did.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen a lot of successful Venos across the board. I think they see Arteezy play the hero and they see him make a lot of space on the map, but I don't think they've gotten his rotations down the same way he has. Like, he manages to push a tower very early, takes that tower, moves to the off lane immediately, starts pressuring him, while his other team while the rest of his team is creating a lot of space on the other side of the map. It feels like the teams that are picking Venomancer right now haven't emulated that, or at least emulated its success.
I think teams are also doing a better job at dealing safe lane Venomancer, picking better offliners chip against it so they don't lose their.
Yeah, I think that's very fair as well. We saw
Reserve time.
Actually Swindle Melons take the Earthshaker and use it very successfully against the Venomancer.
What about Legion Commander? Still available in the pool. DC could possibly snag it up for Rev. How does that match up against him?
It's good because of Prestige Tag, just some kind of heal. When you're playing against Venomancer, you want that one hero with a heal who tends to build a pipe in Guardian Breed.
I mean,
It's really good. You get
yeah, I'm talking about Engine. Tide Hunter Sync, build a pipe.
It's very good because you get more man shields and you get press the attack. Or
yeah,
what's the passive?
The passive procs from attacking the boards, so you can feed on them. It's
Moment of Courage?
Moment of courage. Yeah. Okay, so you actually have a really good source of like sustain that you can do in the lane, and then you later on like you've got the Blacktown. That is very important. Like it's the tough thing about Venomancer is that he becomes super tanky as a core. You want to go on him, but at the same time you're punished so heavily if you go on him and you fail to kill him before he gets off his ultimate.
So we'll come clean you up or split push down a couple of towers here. Another great offlaner that's been good at kind of going against the Venomancers, and maybe a partial reason why I was banned out. I like that Nature's Prophet. We saw a lot of Nature's Prophet plus Lycan. The Howl, the trees, those have been a lot of fun. I imagine we'll probably see them
Reserve
this
time.
series or maybe even final. But Chaos securing up their 5 position here, going defensive with.
I think it's
Dire team
something.
pick.
It's like a type of hero we typically see Dubu on right now. Not too aggressive. Stay in the lane. Try and secure Mason safe lane. Have a save like later in the game. Would be very good.
And Dubu is that kind of a player that doesn't end up with a big shiny. So he doesn't farm
Legion
much.
Commander.
He tends to go
Radiant team
invest pretty
pick.
much gold into the boards, give the more a lot of time to build up his items.
It's kind of like that. They don't go for the Legion Commander right away. So they get the opportunity to Doom come out, which I believe is Z-Freak's hero, right? So now they get to see the full support staff of Complexity. Then can scrap up a Legion, knowing there's not any sort of serious defensive support option that would
Reserve time.
easy duels. What do you guys think about the Doom, though? This got respect banned in the previous series, and I don't think it was picked up at all, but here we get to see it for game.
I think it's pretty good versus the current pool of mid heroes. These scaling intelligence heroes that turn into carries. Doom versus Lina, Queen of Pain, Puppet. It's all good.
Templar
Especially
Assassin.
since you're a 4 position countering 2 positions.
Dire
Yeah.
team ban.
They're kind of the one. So I think it's pretty good. It's just a question of whether or not you can make your laning phase work. But that's the problem with this 4 position Doom in general, right? It's just you can have really lackluster rotations. Only really good 4 position supports like AY does it very well because he has a great read for where to move first 10.
Reserve
I
time.
think these fours, heroes like Clockwork that we already see banned out are capable of being able to make those maneuvers with what feels like less effort just because their toolkit is so nice, whereas Doom doesn't really have much to offer in the early game. But that ability later on to just take a hero and say, you know what, you're not going to be a part of this fight for a while, it might be just so valuable to Complexity to see if it works out for him. And then they move forward, and we're going to be in store for a Thero Templar Assassin matchup against the.
Yeah, they pick it before the offense because they already know the matchup. They haven't seen DC safe lane
Radiant
yet,
team
so
ban.
it's better for them to get some more information before they pick someone else as hero. But they're thinking right now, what Mason hero? They probably have a couple offlaners in their mind. They have one they prefer. They're thinking, what safe lane hero gives us the most? Or has one with him.
Radiant team pick.
Yep.
We see the life stealer taking out.
Heal maybe, a jug.
War chief.
Ooh, a
What?
Centaur.
Dire team pick.
Centaur coming out here. We saw Snake King pull this out yesterday for Freedom, and it worked out pretty well for him, if I'm not mistaken. He won that laning phase, and I believe they went on to win the game.
Yes.
Got great timing for his items. He had an early pipe, he had a decent, good blink, and they made it work.
It's got really good synergy with Templar Assassin, Veno, and Doom.
Yeah. They might go for maybe so blown up. The Centaur in the lane. The Centaur from yesterday had a lot of health. That's why he don't really
Boy,
more
Viper.
slime.
Viper versus Venomancer.
It's pretty foul. Wow, that's pretty. That's a safe. Is it gonna be safe lane farming Viper?
Yeah. It's a good matchup against the Centaur. And I think like one of the problems that we've seen from Digital Chaos's games in the past has been, even though Dubu tends to stay in that safe lane, a lot of times he gets run over. He doesn't contribute very much, and Mason is still left on his own. So Mason needs something that could really dominate a lane. Viper is that.
Why not like a Razor then, who also could dominate the lane? Viper is typically not the option to go to in the safe lane, whereas Razor would be.
Better against magic damage.
Yeah,
This
there's
is the reason I think Venomancer core.
Centaurs, a lot of magic damage.
No, it's fair enough. I mean, most would frown at the idea of Viper, but I feel like it's been long enough that we're warranted for some sort of Viper appearance here. But now that we have the full draft, guys, we'll do the whole prediction thing. What do you guys biggest thing. Who's going to be walking away with a Game 1 victory? One game closer to Grand Final.
I think DC is a better overall team. Very complex played these really well, but I think players. But I don't like the Viper pick. I'll go with. I love the Doom pick, and if he manages to do good early game first.
I'm gonna take DC. I think Viper has a lot of utility outside just the laning phase now. It's really good against TA. Even after the laning phase, burn off refraction. I think something that's just been super important in this entire patch is Sand King. It's like one of the best, if not the best, roaming for position right now. And something that we could see that's a little bit new from DC is Dubu moving with the Sand King, because Mason doesn't really need a lot of help. And then SK Dazzle Kings can be pretty potent, you know, use stun, heal bomb.
What about for you, Cap?
I don't know.
What's your take on the draft?
I'm actually really not sure. I kind of like Complexity's lineup. I actually agree with Charlie in that I do like the Viper last pick, simply because I think the lane phase is really important for this game, and it's very difficult to be able to find a hole for Inter to be able to put pressure. If it was like most other safe laners would be really pressured by a Doom rotating into a Centaur lane, and even potentially Witch Doctor, right? Like Witch Doctor's a really scary ganking support for side lanes. So I think that you needed something that was like super hard to gank, and that's why we saw the lifesteal thing. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. I kind of like it. It just all comes down to whether or not, for me, this Templar Assassin, Heroes Templar Assassin, is able to have a good game. I just don't think his supports are, like the supporting crew of Complexity is really going to be able to make this space happen. So I'm not sure, like, for example,
30 seconds to battle.
With Venomancer. I'm betting against Venomancer.
Yeah, I think Venomancer just doesn't do enough for Templar Assassin.
Yeah, it's allowed.
So
It's allowed?
This one time, yeah. If you see a Venomancer, you're allowed to.
Allowed. All right. Well, let's get into it, gentlemen. It is going to be early offensive posturing here. Digital Chaos as he claim this bounty rune.
The battle
And then the Singles is going to try to square up against Mason here up at the top. Back for his team, so this will still end up being a 2 bounty rune.
I think they're actually going to win the lanes pretty hard. You've got Lina Sand King versus Templar Assassin, and this Dazzle Legion Commander should be really good for Rev as well. So I think they're actually gonna win 2 out of 3 of their lanes, and I don't think Viper will be exceptionally crushed. I think, like, if you look at his laning phase, there's much more likely that DC walks away with the win in the first 10 minutes.
Zeepick is trying to move down mid right now, but I mean, even with a creep, I don't think he's a better hero than Sand King.
Now his spot and where he's going to be at the beginning of this game is going to be the one to watch out for. I feel like it might be something very awkward right now, finding himself in the midst of a 2-man stun. Peter is going to be forced to choose through some tree here to get the extra good region, but he does have the shockwave.
And he's
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's got half mana, you know.
So he's only got 2 shockwaves to throw, and the first one missed what it intended to do, you know?
I guess if we're gonna look at positives for that, he does have the health regen or
6 HP a second.
I'll take away your XP, but I'll give you some life.
Don't use refraction, so just tank it.
Well, if he sits there for, what, 2 minutes, that's 7.
Yeah, I was only half joking about the refraction thing. He really should try and tank some of the rounds.
Hard move in to harass Hero a bit, and then Zeepick finds back onto Bulba, the mid lane duo.
Well,
continue to go.
the early rotation from Doom also rely on what creep. He got, let's say, stun creep.
Regeneration.
Centaur?
No, the one that has
their
a boulder.
smasher?
Yeah.
Oh, the golem.
I'll take your
Yeah,
tip.
the golem.
The god.
Then it's kind of different. It's so much easier to gank, and it depends on the lineup you're playing with. I mean, there's no much kill potential with PA, but with a Centaur, there is.
Also, I mean, if he got a wild kick, he would have been really sad.
Yeah. And because the Doom is mid, then Centaur obviously loses his Viper lane, and he's going to be low enough HP that Doom actually can't gank for him. Right? The combination for this Doom is like, I'm going to hurl Boulder, and I'm going to get close enough.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
That's
attack.
how he ganks
There is
lane.
little it can do.
But you
The
can't
best
do it
creep
with a
he can
Centaur.
get. Yeah, but
Shards.
he can't even do it with a PA. There's no follow-up.
Yeah.
They're gonna go for it.
If they overextend, yes, but that's pretty much it.
And you can't gank bottom lane. The double heal lane. Legion Commander Dad.
Very often. Take an early peek at the CS. Surprised to see Mason way up at the top. Or here we go, hard move. Caught out with the burrow and LSA, but they're going to be able to man fight through it. And Firo will get the takedown. Red going to be feeding him.
Especially with the lead up putting himself in melee range of the Templar go on there.
Doom has 0 armor, but has high HP. 900 dex.
Fairness there, Sand King here with 740.
Let's not forget your
Dire's top
guaranteed
tower
going
is
to
under
lose
attack.
your Lina,
It
because
fights
even
for
if
its
they did
life.
kill the Doom, you'd have Doom Links pop out, and he'd just chuck boulders at
Yeah.
Lina.
So, a little overzealous by Bulba and Abed there.
Bottom, it's going to be a haste.
I foresee the Radiant's top tower falling shortly.
The mid lane. May need to get there actually, because Firo
Just
is hurt. Whoa! Throw down the Dragon Slave. If I can catch the mark.
Cancel the cell.
Got it.
Yes, he did. South runs right out.
Dark light.
Rastafarian assassin.
Such a clowny Doom.
Bulba's gonna pick up the bounty rune.
Good man.
Bro was on the name Bulbas. Bro.
Alright, Swindles is decent HP and he's got boots. But it's a level 5 Viper. It's got 2 levels of growth this game. There's still no winning.
Quick is low.
Well, with a clap and fire from Doom, they can, what is that, 2 build? With Orb of Venom and Centaur.
It's like
Alright,
guaranteed
here we go.
trade.
And they do. They take down the flying slime. Mason surrounded, and they will. Bustle down the front.
Once you see a Centaur pick up Orb of Venom in that kind of matchup, you know it's gonna be rotated.
Comes back into it, but bottom lane, it's Dugu who gets the best of Boo. Both sides square up.
Regen. So crazy, it's early levels.
Yeah, they buffed it, right?
Yeah.
The
It
last
used to be
patch.
10, 20, 30, 40 now. Starts off at 16 level.
Got some love for him. See in the mid lane, so he can catch back up.
They haven't started this stacking quite yet. Time to work. For now, just setting up with that 6 rune. Again, we'll be bottom. Bulba spots out what it will be. King is. Demon's getting some decent levels on his Witch Doctor. He's been doing most of the full game. And, trying to babysit Moon. Freak is still on the prowl once again, remaining kind of off the map. He's spotted under a ward right now, so we'll see his lane, but trying his best to step off the radar as best as possible.
Freak gets another creep, different creep. Every time. No, he got
For Ferev, he's going to go for his TP on the high ground and make it away. While Zefree crossing past with Bulba to spot each other out. Still keeping each other in check, and mirror match, if you will.
For the temple.
He actually has more experience than Bulba, who's been more tied down to the middle. Obviously, participating in that kill top certainly helps that.
You also eat a big creep by yourself.
Is Doom a fighter, like active? Like once you get level 6, do you just go right into your point of doom, into core position, and just
Radiant structures are fortified.
prioritize
More fuel for my fire.
That's the good thing with the Doom, what Cap said. Strong early mid heroes that scale so well. Like Lina, Queen of Pain, Buck. You want to shut them down with just once one and force you go for a Linken's. Is there any good Linken's pop? No. Bridge dog with the shit double edge. Bad things. Oh, boulders.
Her boulder would pop the link.
The mana do. Mana burn.
I'll take one.
stun. Quick. Slams down the ulti. Tries to make a hasty retreat. Bulba's on the chase. Does not want to pursue. Burrow strike.
I never saw Centaur or
Now you have. Swindle's got you.
Regeneration.
so maybe because of the Doom.
29.
What's his CS?
I mean,
29?
Yeah, his CS is still impressive.
29 in
the matchup.
No, even 7 next to Bulba, who's just trying to get upwards towards his own level 5. He grabs it now. I think shift towards the mid lane is they haven't really been able to be too proactive on this TDA and kind of scout out if they have any stack game going, which don't.
Hero's pretty happy with mid now, that's for sure. He's making his comeback, and most Templar assassins don't walk away from the laning phase with a one-up open hero. They usually have to make the comeback through stacks on the east. Other teams, Templar assassin is very efficient there. So the fact that Firo is even with the is fantastic.
Well, Abed does have his Laguna Blade now ready to go. What kind of setup they can get here. Bulba's still around. There is potential. Brad going into the jungle, stepping away from his off lane. Also has his level 6, so Duel and Laguna out there. Have options available to him. Just finding the right time.
Yeah, it's really up to Bulba to make something happen here.
Whatever the call may be, someone's got to do it. Bulba will shift all the way down. Take those stacks. They race for the bounty rune. Bulba doesn't even go straight for it, so David's able to snag it in front of him and around the corner.
He had to go around the crystal.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack. It may yet stand.
Hey. Bulba wasn't about to kick himself.
Another little fun matchup.
All these NA Dota matchups have
So much history.
Nice rooted history relationship.
This
Deceit.
weekend, just like our chicken.
Smoke out here for complexity. Continue to show himself through that mid. Rest of the squad. Slowly into the rotation of the ball. Top lane now. Mason's up here just by his side. Take over behind the back position. What's happening? We also have a rotation. See, it looks like down to the bottom lane.
good. They need to do this real bad, but you can't let a Venomancer.
Right tower goes down. Charge that be out for Swindle's him and C3. Run onto Mason. Mason will get hit with the grave.
Could have gotten the road maybe. So I'll kill him.
Wall bottom lane, Laguna out, and a duel complete.
And Abed pretty quick. TP's back to mid lane to stop Furo from hitting his mid tower. So they lose very little from that rotation.
Got a nice DD in his pocket too.
But Doom got level 6 off of that top fight, so Lina can be so easily shut down. We've got TA trap.
That is happening now. The second Abed shows himself in the lane, he's just starting beelining at that one. You're going to hear him in the trap, but as he throws in the the boulder, rotation tell him to go the other direction.
Freak was a little bit slow. Like, Firo popped the trap much before Z-Freak was actually in range of running mid.
Telegraphed is what they wanted to do, probably a little too early.
Makes it easy for rotation.
We have almost the dagger on Legion Commander and much has to keep all the tickets. Luna blade, second stun, be enough to get early damage from duels.
Meanwhile, Swindle is continuing to truck his way through that top lane. He's got the hood done, and he's got golden vest, I imagine, towards that blink. He's still getting pretty jacked for Centaur.
Money to burn.
Almighty
Get that blink initiation through, so when you're going to have a lineup with a Metamancer, you have to have a lot of potential between the other four.
Dire structures are fortified.
I imagine
Doom is on the wing.
he'd be pretty invested in the bottom lane.
Somebody we haven't talked about a lot that just picked up his blink dagger and explored. You're so soft spoken. Words are like,
See, like his words are like honey.
yeah. Sometimes I just I'm sorry.
I like the fact that they moved Mason, the Viper mid, and given Bulba the free lane top. It's really good for Bulba. Mason's still going to get safe farm and everything, but it's even more important that Lina's able to play off the map and actually get the rotation to kills. Fortunately, they haven't been able to find anything yet. It looks like maybe with the Legion they can catch mid. Pressure this tier 1.
Yeah, both teams
The
are kind of
Radiant
hungry.
have called
You know,
upon
also
their
wanna try to make
defenses.
something with this dude, but it's same for DC. Duel at the ready here. They're waiting in the back lines of this mid lane as Mason just sieges away at the tier 1.
He's like impossible to go on. Weave on him.
Yeah. Plus 17
Radiant's middle
armor
tower
as he
has
takes down
fallen.
the tower.
There is still much to be done.
Really no trouble at all. Bottom lane Abed has been kind of pushing this one on forward. It looks like his Lagoon is going to be back up, so definitely going to be go time. Plus Invis bottled up. The rest of this already smoked and taking their business all the way up to the top lane. Could also rotate up here. Much harder commitment.
God, bad spook.
Bulba trying to make it slower. Oh, they should be showing himself.
Yeah, it looks like. Just gonna
Visibility.
back on the grind. Z-Freak's been able to throw together a drum. It's nice. Bulba matches up evenly with them, but Bulba's going to be also working towards that blink dagger, and you know, I feel like sinking with the blink dagger will just continue to bring much more to team fights and the game impact overall.
He should be more consistent.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Doom on Alina in the big unit fight. I feel like
I'll dig that.
probably
Dire's top tower is feeling its mortality.
take out one of the heroes on the map with Lord's Bell. Pretty damn good.
Dire's bottom tower hopes for aid.
We'll settle for Bulba. Does get hit with the grave, and Swindle pops out the stampede. And back. Bulba's going to get hit with a little bit of heal coming in from Rev. Z-Freak tries to go for the TP, but he gets hit with the duel. And he returns the damage from Rev. Now the second duel of the game. Fortune game.
It's not a hero you want.
Never.
Again, it's just a great read of the situation because when you're playing with Venomancer, you always play. You're not going to gank the Venomancer's lane, right? So most of the time, these extra heroes, when they're not playing in lane, they're going to try and invade the enemy's safe lane.
Yeah, but the thing is, with Venomancer,
Dire's middle
he's gonna
tower
sit
is
in that bottom
learning
lane
to fear.
in 15 minutes, and they lost the tower on top, so he can't even.
I was trying to make it about the fact that how you play with the Venomancer, but Lacoste, he'll
I'm
never
against
never
Venom.
miss an opportunity to throw some shots at Venomancer. Look at his garbage hero, he's not doing anything for them right now.
I mean, to be fair, he's really not. He feels like he can. He went for the Midas rather than like an early veil or anything like that.
He's building into the whale. But
Well, he
even
was-
when he gets a whale, then by a hurricane pike plus big boots of travel, and he's still not done.
Usually you want to pick this hero to pressure the other team, but he hasn't taken his tower, and right now he feels like the one that's getting pressured. He's got a whole bunch of defensive wards up. You saw like back down there, he's just like sitting in the woods.
I'm using this Venomancer because Jack is there. Venomancer is like playing with Jack, and it's the same thing.
Yo, there's got to be an ultimate Lacoste out there. Venomancer and Bane.
People are actually spamming me on Twitter. The right
Dyer's middle tower.
Leapfrogging over the wave and going right for Boo. But they couldn't get enough done. The stun's there. Now the
Dyer's middle tower has been uprooted.
take down for Rev. He was going to be forced to dish out the grave. Try to back on out from trouble, but stun extra follow-up on the stun box in place. The Bulba steps into his own burrow. And now Abed is going to be able to dish out the Laguna and go for the finish. Reckless continues to swindle will also fall. Bulba ends up going down a victim of war there, and it's an absolute bloodbath in the bottom lane. More DC members will be hitting the deck.
Remember we talked about
Bottom tower is under attack.
You don't want to go on a
Venomancer,
Venomancer.
failing to kill him. That was all because
Dyer's
the
bottom
duel does
tower
set up
has
this really
fallen.
long duration.
It will be a Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Boy, did Swindle Melons completely kill the follow-up. He blinked in and got a two-man stun on the Viper and Dazzle, I think?
Either way, is
Money to burn.
Forev like really jumped ahead of in front of him. The Venom knows that you're coming. He's gonna position himself all the way in the back. He had to jump over a creep wave, like one or two heroes.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Nobody, like, you want the burst, like, even if Swindles gets the good stun off on the Viper and the Dazzle, you want, like, your Lina is your burst damage. If you're gonna jump the Venom, you need your Lina to be able to be in position to follow up with the Laguna.
Boba has an awkward build now because he's either ahead in gold or behind in experience, one or the other, right? He has Blink Dagger without his epicenter.
He has points, I think. Or
No, he's 4-4-1.
he went for the talent tree. All right.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle
He's gonna
tower is
blink
under attack.
and then flex armor.
Well, that's the good thing. The enemy, the complexity doesn't expect Bulba not to have
Dyer's top
the
tower
epicenter.
is feeling its
That's what it is.
mortality. Radiant's
Mind game.
middle tower is
Bulba doing
losing its foundation. Dyer's structures are fortified.
And look at the damage over time.
Dyer's top tower is under attack. It
Venom
fights for its life.
combined with that.
Dyer's top tower has been lost to
There's
war.
a lot of damage on over time.
And he's going to be
Right
right
up
now.
now. There's off time they can. That Laguna will be there to help get the finish.
A little unnecessary.
Yeah.
Well, you want to get that full damage. I was expecting Laguna into Dragon Slayer, but it's better. So you have a stun if they want to still fight.
Yeah, exactly. He should just instantly Laguna dual target. Oh, nice pick there on Ooh, that's a big one.
Yep. Good setup there between Bulba and Abed.
There is that one.
Abed's gonna
2
get the Blink
points.
Dagger as well.
Dyer's middle tower is learning to fear.
Blink over Yules first?
Yeah, I'm not liking it because of all of the damage over time you can't really blink out.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
this
good.
is-
It's good. I can see why, because it's good for setting up the field with main commanders.
And the same thing, yeah, this is sort of what we talked about in one of the other games where one of the Linas decided to go for the fast Blink Dagger, because you want to be able to follow up quickly.
Also, if you're gonna get stampeded, right? Dual Scepter only protects you against one kind of initiation. It doesn't protect against all of it. So, Blink Dagger is preferable if multiple sources of initiation are running at you.
Trap might divide up. Spot out Forev and company over here. coL are currently residing in DC territory, hoping
Dire's top tower is feeling its
Sets up
mortality.
timid in their approach. Gauge a bit better as far as how many there. DC are currently roll out.
Illusion.
Full buddy-buddy system, with the exception of this gentleman up here, Abu, defending the lane by himself. They're not going far. Look at this. DC now have smoked up and are going to be heading what could be right behind the complexity gathering here. Bulba and Mason now spotted out hit by these boards, and coL know what's going on, and they're thinking about making a move in. Oh no, Forev jumping in, actually managed to catch duel onto. He's all alone in this. He's going to get blasted on one front while Mason swinging it out between Demon and Swindle. He's going to lose that fight too. On the other side, complexity members are taking it both Tutu and Bulba hiding with the Sandstorm here. TV out. Can he make it though? He can. Not so lucky. Master fight with DC. Very hectic and wide all over the place.
Look at the positioning.
Dire's top tower is under attack. It fights for its life. The Dire's hide has grown thick. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Really fight.
Yeah, and I think that entire floor is basically...
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Well, Legion Commander was trying to get a good roll off, was against the Take and then still went for, and he actually lost.
So somebody needed to call. They couldn't fight. As soon as the smoke pops, they're underneath ward vision, they're underneath Venom ward vision, they're not getting a clean initiation. Like that fight is never gonna go well. Like you're automatically, we've seen the same situation pushing into this high ground as Dire side, like trying to retake over your jungle is so difficult when you're trying to like defend tier 2.
This is why Dire jungle is harder to evade because all these high grounds, but the complexity is more like
Yeah, they were the ones in control, and DC were kind of the invaders and stuff.
Staying trying to fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is fading fast.
3 for each team between here, 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 right over here. Feeling like they have the most comfortable vision in that area to be able to make that kind of approach. But Venom wards and coL's nice positioning. This one out. Now DC are thinking about trying to find a way to run this back, and they're hoping a move to the road. Securing the Aegis is going to help a little bit.
Lina has the best rule for arcane. Sometimes it's
coL smoked. Look at this. Drawing out the wraparound play. By the time they make it over there, though, this roach is going to be done for. Are they hoping to catch the team on the way out, though? Yeah, they are. Deepring looking for his first target. Spots out Dubu, but before getting close to anyone, he gets himself found within a stun, a duel, and into damage. On the other side, Abed still fighting within the pit while Swindle has made his move for Bulba, but the rest of the Steel feel pretty hungry. Ready for a fight. Swindle's going to be forced to pop the Pike and the Stampede to step out the other side. But Firo and Demon have ran into action. They're going to be able to get the finish onto Forev, and they fight back on the low ground once again. Laguna flying out, blasts down, and finishes off Demon, but Demon will be able to get that triple kill handed over, actually. Bulba's the one to go down to Swindle, and Moo even pick up onto Dubu there. Let's take it in later rounds in this fight.
They don't have the answer for the TA. They need to lock it down with duel if they want to win a fight. They were going for Doom pretty much all the time, so we can't throw the Doom out. Also, you have a Viper who is committed to go for a Hood. You don't want to do that on your safe lane hero. I mean, the pipe is good, especially against these heroes. You have one more Hood on Sanking, but still, you don't want your safe lane to have a
And he's getting gone on every single time. That Witch Doctor cask is actually doing so much work in this team fight.
Yeah, I managed, and the Witch Doctor is also high level. Once he gets to level 15, those 2 extra bounces can actually change a fight. He's gonna get it soon because he has the XP talent.
Go for the Atos too.
That's great, actually, having a source of lockdown against Alina.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't think so.
Dire's middle tower is learning to fear.
for on the
Radiant's bottom tower
Glimmer
is
Cape and Shadowblade,
fading fast.
it's their what's it called, items with 0 cast point, so that's why you can do them while channeling.
Radiant's bomb has grown thick.
Me and probably a couple others
Radiant's
out there.
bottom tower is under attack. There is
Approach
little
coming in
it
for
can
complexity
do.
now, a very low tier 2, seems pretty supple and easy to
Radiant's
take
bottom
it.
tower is under attack.
Yard nearby after they push out the lane, they will look around the corner here, but
Radiant's bottom tower has
coL are
fallen.
still looking for a possible fight, or at least creating more space for Firo to kind of be able to finish off that push through the top lane here. All the meanwhile, Abed did get what looks like that bottom tier 1.
Crimson Guard, we talked about how the Crimson Guard was a very effective item versus the Wing Ranger Throw Ranger
There
lineup.
is little it can
I think it's
do.
also pretty good versus the Lina.
Yeah, Legion, Lina, Viper also.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Should work fine, and I love the
Radiant's bottom
build
tower is fading fast.
throughout the whole tournament.
Yeah, he's got some great
Radiant's
items.
bottom tower is under
I think
attack.
the thing about Swindle's top laner is that he's a lot more strategic and like larger game focused.
A lot of people don't understand that if you don't build the right items, that's the easiest way to lose. If you just keep BKB.
Hero spotted here. Bulba was invis. Sets it up with the stun. They're going to be committing it with the duel. With the help of the Laguna, they will be able to burst through that refraction.
Wow, they use the Epicenter 2.
Wow.
Viper
They figure
Strike.
there's no way that Firo's alone, right? And if they catch Firo, there's
Right.
got to be a team that's the team that will come in and back him up.
Well, speaking of ways to lose, getting caught out off on your own.
That's what exactly they need to do, just lock down that TA. I expect TA to get a Lincoln Sphere this game actually, because that's the only way they can hold it down against Viper ulti.
Radiant's middle tower is losing its foundation.
Is he building one?
Yeah, it's got a ton of value. Yeah, he is.
Certainly is.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Going to be rewarded with a tier 2 tower after taking out that TA.
Radiant's
Talking
middle
about that
tower
Crimson
has
Guard is
collapsed.
also obtained by Swindle Melons now. They take their tower, they step out and see coL possibly looking to set up something new. Seafreak has Breast slotted up for his Doom. We have Red One BKB, and what was that? Pipe. So Bubble will be the pipe holder here. Imagine this will stay as a hood here on Mason as he's. What do you build next here for your Viper? You're talking about how you need to make sure you secure some extra damage for your safe lane farmer. I've seen some core
BKB or Butterfly?
BKB or Butterfly.
Yeah, Butterfly against TA.
The issue right now is he's getting locked down in fights between the Witch Doctor and the Centaur. Can't really do anything.
But this is the, at one point you will need.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack. Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
And the
No tree shall
That
ever grow
feels-
there.
feels like wasted a lot.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack. No gale can snuff the
Really doing
flames.
much deeps fights either. You'll be able to get off a lot of damage. Perhaps maybe take some complexity out of the fight with the fact that you can pretty much just kite them down with all the goo, but
Radiant's
still
bottom
good if you're
tower
trying to
is
move
under
forward,
attack.
advancing the game and trying to siege buildings quickly. As you see now, Firo is able to do pretty swiftly here. Leading in with his Hurricane Pike Deso
Radiant's
combo,
bottom
tries
tower
to
is
get some damage in from that low
fading
ground, or at least try to force some DC members back indoors. But DC are
Radiant's
not
bottom
able to
tower
take
is
a
under
huge
attack.
loss. They've
There
got
is
some extra
little
damage
it
on
can
this
do.
2-2 bottom lane and only now have decided to pull off.
What do you think if he went for the? He's got the Yasha. What if you think if he went for the S and Y to Albert? Build.
Halberd Butterfly build.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's just gonna tank up, I guess. Well, he gets some extra stats from it, extra armor against TA. Can't be blown up that easily. Something BKB.
Alright, DC are together here. What's the boys? Not smoked up. They're just going in raw dog style. A quick switch stun in. Looking for the hold of Swindle Melons. Can't get the finish. Pops Stampede. Runs out the other direction. And look at that. A duel going to be committed after he was pretty much dead. He'll do it through the shallow grave, but it'll still be concluded and awarded to coL on this one. Swindles then mighty chop down onto Dubu, and the rest of DC are frantic to get the hell out while they can. But look at Lina doomed up and slowly being burnt away.
A good four-step reaction by Venom.
Dyer's middle tower.
Troubling a bit here for DC, and now suddenly coL still warmed up and ready to play, coming off a fresh 2-0 of Planet Odd. Look at the claim game 1 already of DC. As they pressure into the high ground, they force out the buyback of Forev and will simply walk away.
Have fun with items, Centaur, because Linked Sphere is really good on the DC side, obviously, because of the new. And they have nothing to pop it. Cask, double edge. You don't want to use Cask to pop a Linked Sphere. It's more valuable in a fight. So once he gets Centaur, yeah, it's gonna be a lot easier if they build up.
I think the big problem for DC right now is that all their damage really just comes from the Lina. Viper doesn't really have anything at this point. The Lina gets doomed. That's almost all your team fight gone.
Personal play here, yeah. Gotta fight now while you can. I don't think the game's gonna get any easy for you as it does pan out. Damage not really being there. Let's see if maybe they can start swelling up further. Successful pick. They rotate hard in through this mid lane, but coL themselves are already indoors, gathered up.
And coL have bottom tier 2 being hit.
Dyer's bottom
Top lane
tower is
DC
under
pushed
attack.
as well. Nobody's
May
showing
yet
bid.
stand.
It's a pretty clear smoke. It's a desperation smoke at that.
Dyer's bottom tower.
You know,
hopes
Bulba's not the
flame.
kind of guy who is just gonna call for first smokes like that that are
Is no
and it
more.
feels like DC are scrambling just to make something happen.
The
or the
response
inevitable.
spoke. Yeah, for coL, they seem to be dictating everything in this game right now. They'll take a quick peek into that Roche to see if it's a super short timer,
That was
but
the uncontrollable smoke by Bulba.
here comes a move, possibly onto Mason. Nice swift force will dodge the blink and stun attempt from Swindle. DC might have just avoided the approach of coL, but they are going to be shoved back indoors once again in that very uncomfortable, confined position. coL can just go back and ransack through the jungle of DC, take all of their resources and farm. Leave DC
Just showing that possibly an ulti ready as well.
That's so dumb, actually. You can get hit when
And
you have
still
refraction. Yeah, when you have refraction up.
So annoying to play against, but when you have a TA in your team, then it's fine, perfectly balanced.
Just gotta get Orb of Venoms. Hit the TA.
Bulba trying his best to try to push things on forward a bit. Throwing himself out there to clear the way of the one business team. To still stick together knowing that they can't do much on their own.
What does AIDS mean?
Hurricane Pike?
Pike, Albert, looking to mill forward into a Scotty, it would appear.
Yo, this is Wilson's and Jack's build, the knee breaker. You slow them so much, you actually slow them down to 100 movement speed, which is the lowest movement speed that you can get slow to. The knee breaker.
The knee breaker. I heard him talking about that a lot, but I didn't know it was in correlation to that.
They will
Nice.
have two halberds or halberds as command calls against Lina and Viper, also against Legion. These items.
The heroes are just not gonna move.
Yeah.
Makes
You
with a
can't
hand-
move if you don't have legs. It's broken.
That's why it's called the knee breaker.
Well, but I mean, Crystal Maiden has two legs still, but she's not.
I mean, she's
Just walking.
she's got spinal problems, so you know, her
Right,
legs don't
Dr.
work that
Charlie.
well.
Yeah, and you know, like Forrest Gump, he couldn't run, he had leg braces and stuff. It's like Crystal Maiden. Just body problems. She'll learn one day.
Ice Frog cursed her with some disease of the back.
Probably not somewhere, read between the lines. Here, a standoff for the Roche. Obviously, DC need to do something about this, and coL can't simply let DC have it, so they're kind of pressured into doing it themselves or being around in attendance for it. But you know, obviously a lot of respect from both sides.
A nice, big, juicy wave is pushing bottom. That's perfect complexity. Just wait. Wait until it starts hitting the tier 3. Either DC are going to take a lot of damage on their tier 3 tower for nothing, for basically safeguarding Roshan, or they're going to move a hero over, and then you can try and get aggressive, pick, maybe even chip on Roshan and just see what DC kind of do in reaction.
Well, Lina can easily push it out. She has max movement speed plus a blink dagger, so she can just clear it and come back really quickly.
Yeah, it's just like an opportunity, right? You never know what the enemy team's going to do in result. Like if she's down there, saying that like 15 seconds she's down there, they see an opportunity to make a jump on DC.
Oh, did you see that hit? Side blades? It took 500 damage off the Viper. HP.
She hits like a truck here. coL are just still waddling around a bit. DC have been able to kind of fend off the pressure of that bottom lane, it looks like, so they're not on a bit of a timer anymore. Instead, it's going to be coL who will have to step off a bit and kind of deal with things on the side. So it's been delegated to this pit for the past 3 minutes, it feels.
They've got a TA problem. Nothing really to deal with it. They don't even have a solo test yet.
Feels like DC has got a lot of problems right now. Even when they took the Aegis, that last fight, they still lost.
And they don't have anything to remove the Lincoln. The Sanking don't force that.
Not yet. He's trying to get one.
Yeah, you don't want to use Viper ult, you don't want to use Scepter because Lina.
Dazzle, Poison, Touch.
Yeah, Dazzle's gonna die.
Medallion in TA. Oh, I mean, no Dazzle's not.
He's like that one Urukai in the siege where he has the lantern and he just runs in, you know, lights the fucking dynamite or whatever the hell that is. That's Dubu right now. Just runs in, pops the Lincolns.
Like running in, everyone's just like, shoot him, shoot him.
All right, here we go.
Shoot
boys.
her!
They have weaved up. Sure, something about it. There's their move. And
Great move.
now it's gone. The move has been made. And then Swindle makes his move. And that move's gone. It's been made. Attempts were made from sides. And they go back and wait for another 10 minutes to do it again. All right, gentlemen.
Swindle doesn't like popping his ultimate to start a fight. Like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's perfectly fair.
I think it's better that way.
Yeah.
I think more amateur mentors would be trying to use it all the time. Well, I see the opportunity, I'm using it now, but I think it's better to hold on.
Movement for Volva, hard commitment for Secret to try to take him down. They are going to be able to get it, and then they fire right back onto Forever. He is going to get the grave and try to stay alive, but they quickly ignore him and put the work onto Abed instead. It's Firo with the double damage. Just looking to shred right through him. Abed desperate, does self-use while Dubu will slowly be poisoned away. Abed eventually going to be going down, and then it's focus onto Mason here. Him and Forever still trying to hold it out here on one front, but it looks like it's just going to be delaying the inevitable. Eventually they get hold of the sticky flying creature and take him down. A full 5-man wipe comes out for Complexity, a triple kill for Firo. And now a parade down the mid lane for the rest. Only one with buyback is going to be Abed. Everyone else cannot return for about 50 seconds on Viper and
I think that's game.
I think that's game. One and done. That's Dota.
Hero with double damage accidentally almost killed the Legion Commander. And Legion Commander